everybody. Here I'm going to make this video for a silicone mold that we're gonna use it, and I'm gonna put this video step by step so you guys can see how I'm gonna make my mold, so that way you can follow along and actually see what are the tips and tricks that I'm gonna use to make my own mold. When I was making it, it was pretty tricky. But then when I did for the second time, it was pretty easy. And at that moment, I made a video on it, so you guys can see it. So I'm actually gonna show you what I made, and if you want a silicone mold, like a coaster or anything that you want, like if you want that to form in a tray form, and if you want that mold to be a coaster form, like in any way, if you can, even you can make a 3-tier cake stand, and like it's super easy. You don't have to do too much, and it's it's quite cheaper too. Like if you go, and even I got my molds from Amazon and from different places. They, first of all, the first one I bought, it was a bit pricier, I remember. So for the second time, it was quite good. But the thing that I learned is, like, you can make it yourself too. So why not we try it today, like how I'm gonna make a silicone mold. Let's jump in. So here we're gonna need few things like board marker, measurement tape, silicone mold for shape, silicone paste, which is gonna be 100% silicone, some silicone mat, and canvas as a base to make a straight posture. So here I'm using silicone mat on canvas board, and I'm placing I have actually a silicone mold which I'm using. As you can see, I'm giving a shape, so I was thinking which shape I can use it, so I'm actually using this one, and I'm hoping like I can get a really good results with this one. Let's see. It was pretty tricky at first, so I'm thinking if we're gonna do like this gonna be a good way to make a mold, because if you buy it from outside, it's a pretty cheap way to do it yourself. It's just sometimes you need to do all these things if you go for a bigger impact. And either way, you can use it like straight, whatever shape you want. If even if you don't have a silicone mold, like it's fine. You can use whatever you have or whatever you think about it. So we just need a shape. Even I really like this shape. It's more like a geode kind of, and I was really satisfied. And I'm using a board marker. It was pretty good. So if I make some lines that go zigzag or overlap on each other, I can actually erase it, because under that that's a silicone, so it's pretty good. Even I'm working on it. So yay, our outline is ready, and now it's time to work on actual molds. So I am using a silicone paste that I got from Home Depot. I'm gonna link below it, but that's what I'm using. And I'm making a path for my mold. So actually mold board, should I say mold borders? Yeah, so let's say mold borders. And I'm gonna make borders like in two times. I'm gonna go over it so I don't leave any space or any bubble in between any, just like this one that you see. I'm going on it, and so actually I have to cover each and every path which is uncovered. That's the rule. And whenever you take your silicone um, paste, just go on the other side, don't go inside, because when you put epoxy or resin in it, it's actually gonna give you some texture that you love, that you already left um, when you are making, just like these. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with this, like gonna make over and over again. And one more thing, I am gonna um turn this over toward my way, um toward myself, because I don't want to miss, any texture or any path which is uncovered. um like obviously we're gonna do this a lot of, because we are making a lot of effort, so we want it to be really really steady and really good. So it don't, when you pour some resin in it, and if it's gonna leak, so that's gonna make a big mess, and plus it's gonna waste a lot of resin. Who wants that, right? So we don't want that. And we just gonna go over and over again. And sometimes if you don't get it covered with the 2 layers, go over it, like go all over again, like make a 3rd layer, or even you can make 4 layers. Like I want my coasters to be like normal, like thin, not too thick. So I'm making 2 layers, but if you want 4 layers, it's gonna be a thick coaster. So just think about it. Even remember in the beginning of video, I showed you a measurement tape. So what I did with that measurement tape, even before a video, then so I took that measurement tape and I actually measured the mold, and my mold was not even an inch, like half an inch. So I'm making these coasters mold half an inch. If you want it to be less than 1 inch, so you can even put one more layer on top, just go over it again, and you're gonna have like thick layer of um, coasters. Using a Gorilla Glue. As we are using this glue now, we're gonna open it, because I'm using a brand new glue over here. I'm just gonna shake a little bit and start working on it. So I'm actually covering the sides of it with the super glue, which is with the super glue is gonna actually do um, a job where if there is any, if there's any leakage, bubble, or any part where our silicone is not sticked, it's gonna help. um, it's gonna stay over there, and it's actually gonna help us when we're gonna pour our resin in it. It's actually gonna stay. So if there's any bubble in between that, um, it's gonna help to stay over there, uh, unless actually I'm gonna say it's just gonna stay over there. So whatever we are pouring in there, it's not gonna leak. And I think that's the easiest way to say it. Um, so you're looking at it right now. I'm putting more precisely on the corners, and if there's any corner which is uncovered, basically we just gonna cover it just like a silicone paste that we used. I'm making my molds pretty thin as I told you, so I'm just gonna go along with that. And so you see how easy was that? Like you just have to follow few steps, go one by one, or you can see my video when you're making, and don't miss any spots. Measure your coaster, how like how thick or thin you want, and please use super glue, whichever you want. If you want, I personally use the gorilla one that you saw. It was quite good, and it's easily available on like in market, like on stores. And I think we are all set now. And if you have any questions or any query about anything, you can give me a comment and even message me. uh, you might be viewing this video on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook. Please give it a like, or even and follow and subscribe my channel, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you so much.